We're back out here in the garden, and it's time to bake, Jacques.
It's been a long time since we baked, and I'm ready.
I'm ready, and we have something very special for you because not only are we going to be harvesting some grain from the garden, ancient grains, but we do have this really sexy NutriMill bamboo stone ground grain mill. And NutriMill is the sponsor of this video. So we figured what better way to do this than pay homage and make ancient stone ground scones. Jacques, I'm sure you're happy that I found my own NutriMill.
I'm very happy.
He used to cart his over. He has the larger white model. And now we have this one. I actually want to show you how it works though, because it's pretty cool. Because back in the day, you're like mortar and pestiling your grains, right?
You're grinding for hours. You're burning calories.
This one's got a top and a bottom actual stone.
Let me see.
To grind it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
It's pretty neat. And so the first thing we have to do before we go get our garden fresh ingredients is you've got to take some rice through the system. So the way this thing works is on the top you have this coarseness meter, and what you want to do is turn the machine on and you wait to hear the stones start to touch. So right now they're not touching. There you go, right? There you go. So when you hear that, it's time to put in your first little bit, and we're just cleaning the stone off.
So this is just removing any chance of stone getting in your flour.
Exactly. I mean, I mean, I'm actually shocked at how well.
That was fast.
Like how well that, you know.
I think this is faster than mine, actually.
This is like mochi flour, right? This is rice flour.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, so here, a little sacrifice to the garden gods.
Hey, free carbs.
The mill has been cleaned, Jacques. We have a scone recipe for you that we've evolved. I hesitate to call it a recipe. We're beyond that.
Yeah, we're kind of freestyling.
We're both beyond the recipe and well before the recipe. And here's what we're doing. We're gonna substitute some of the hard white wheat with some amaranth. Homegrown, and with some millet. Homegrown. And maybe a little quinoa if we can find it. We'll see. So we'll cut that in, and then we have, of course, an egg that we're gonna use from our hens. And then
triple peña.
The triple peña surprise. It's a pepper jungle over here.
It really is.
And I can see you eyeing them. I know you're jelly. I got you on peppers this year. It's fine.
It's true.
You got me on a lot of other things though,
That's
specifically tomatoes.
Definitely true.
You destroyed me on tomatoes. So we're doing a triple peño jalapeno cheddar scone. And what I mean by triple is I dried one, I pickled one, and I'm using one fresh, little 3 different kinds of smoke. So Jacques, let's go ahead and get these grains.
All right, let's do it.
Jacques, I think you're gonna be hilariously amused at the fact that she's broody again. She's broody again. Butter.
I don't know how many times Trip went broody this year.
She literally looks like a pancake when she's broody. Like they flatten to they look so funny.
Yeah, and then they fluff up too at the same time. So they're like flat and fluffy.
Yeah, and they do this like little chirp, like you're gonna, like they're trying to scare you.
Yeah.
But then they let you pet them, they let you do everything, so they're not actually.
It's the most dinosaur sounding sound that they.
Yeah. Oh my God, butter. Well, we do have an egg just sitting right here.
All right, well that's probably, I think we need one, right?
I think we need one, but I'm just gonna see. Butter. Oh yeah.
She's hiding something good.
I don't think that's yours right now. Sorry.
Oh,
Chetty. By the way, guys, Chetty woke up this morning. Epic girlfriend was like, she woke me up and she said, Chetty's in the compost heap. Chetty's butt was sticking out of the compost heap just at like 7 a.m. munching over there. Who knows how many times
she's free-ranging.
I wonder if she's ever been able to go out and get back in and we've been none the wiser.
It's
possible.
I'm
It's
positive.
possible. Okay, so the first thing to show off is ancient grain number 1, millet. It doesn't really look like a grain, if you ask me. It looks more like a cattail. Yeah?
That's a good example though.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. We'll snap this off.
Here.
Give it the old hawksbill chop. So it's gotten to a point now in its life cycle, Jacques, where you can actually see where the seeds would be.
It's crazy.
Because earlier on, it just looked like a fluffy cattail. You couldn't have really understood. But the question is, can we actually use this? Because I'm not really sure.
Here, pass me a grain.
Yeah, there's one.
One of these ancients.
Oh, no, you can do it. I just did it, look.
Did you de-hull?
Yeah,
All right, so how many of those do we have to de-hull? I think that's still a hull on.
Is it?
I think there's like a little berry inside that.
I say we try it.
Let's just throw some in. Let's just, worst case scenario, fiber.
Hey, I'm telling you this right now, guys. DeWalt, if you're listening, if someone knows someone who works at DeWalt, please message us.
Yeah.
You've
we're
got
here.
so much free promotion. We're trying to outfit Jacques with his very own DeWalt kit, my first kit. And, you know, we would appreciate a little contact. So this is pretty good, man.
Honestly, it's anything else? Should I just do a little more?
Yeah, a little more.
Anything else is just bonus fiber at this point.
Do you think that we should do more grain, though? Like,
My understanding from what I read is that up to 25% replacement, you
Yeah.
don't have to change the recipe.
okay, well, let's keep this then. Okay, we have about a half cup, I would say, of the Amouranth mixture, which is, you took some of the red stuff too. So it's got a nice like textured mix, right? You
Oh,
get the
yeah.
yellow and the red.
That's awesome.
So it's really nice. And then we've got the grains here. So I'll start with the grinding.
Okay.
And then you've got 4 ounces of sharp cheddar to grind.
I'll cut the cheese.
And this guy loves cheese. Okay, so here we go. Let's see how the Amouranth grinds up. Okay, so what's your prediction on how the flour will look like? Because there's our whole wheat flour. So you got your germ and, you know, you got that little
yeah.
mixture. But I'm actually quite curious how the Amouranth will look. Guys, this is why you read the manual. You can't do a fresh grain like this. If there's any moisture content still left in it, it will get too wet for
Right.
the. So I'm gonna have
We
to
should have
clean.
dried it.
We should have dried it off. So we'll clean this off real quick and we'll be back to it. See how it glazed this over?
Yeah. Maybe just run some dry rice through.
Yeah, I'll run some rice through it.
So
I'll clean it off.
I'll save this.
Yeah, save that off. Let's see if this worked. We're back.
yeah.
We're good as new.
Yeah.
We're good as new. Well, if you ever do what we did and put something too oily or too wet through, now you know exactly how to clean
So
it.
I think just go ahead and grind out like 2 cups of flour.
2 full cups.
I don't know if you probably get less than 2 back.
I think
my
so.
guess.
Because it'd be smaller in volume, right?
So I think if you did 2, because we only need 2 cups total, and we have like half a cup of Amouranth.
So your
I'm gonna
cheese is
go-
ready. You can start measuring some other stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab the butter.
Okay.
And then I put it in the freezer just because it makes the scones a little flakier.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This guy. You are more of the baker, I would say. Although, are you?
So last time we used when we made the fresh milled cornbread, we used the aluminum-based baking soda or baking powder.
Yeah.
And everyone told us that's why our cornbread turned green.
Yes.
So this time I got an aluminum-free one.
Remember,
That toxic bread?
it was our
Not
toxic,
today, not today.
It was our toxic cornbread.
So this recipe said to grate the butter, and
Yeah.
it makes it flakier, and I'm here for that. So
I'm actually terrified by how much baking powder there is. I mean, this is like 2 tablespoons.
oh really?
No, it was teaspoons. It was teaspoons. So there's our dries.
Honestly, that's a beautiful sight.
Yeah, that
I've never seen a bowl
curled
full
butter.
of
Oh,
grated butter.
amazing.
I like it.
Garden fresh cooking though, like to me, what's amazing?
Awesome. Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my
Problem
favorite.
solved. Okay, so buttermilk and egg mixed together. I got the dry stuff together. Then you add in the grated butter and mix with a fork or spoon into the dry ingredients. So here's the thing. I've dispersed it for sure. But,
Yeah.
But how?
Don't work it.
But is this considered working now?
I think you're near working.
I'm near working.
Yeah, but you're not there yet.
Okay, then it says add the buttermilk in. This recipe it really thinks you're gonna go overboard because this recipe says for the buttermilk, there's disperse don't work for the butter. For the buttermilk, it says just mix it quickly, don't overdo it.
It's like, you just chill, okay? All right, so this is something a little special
Yeah.
that you cooked up.
I did, yes, I did make that. The Kilner jar from Food 52, really
Honestly,
like that.
great idea.
The lifter, so give
check
it the old
this.
lift.
Bolt-in brakes too. So,
Is that built-in brakes?
I mean, it's stopping.
it stops?
So, I got a fresh jalapeno already cut up,
Yeah.
and you pickled these like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Why don't you look at the label?
8-8.
8-8.
So I'm
a couple
gonna
weeks
chop
back.
that up.
Okay, I think I might have gone into overdoing it, so I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Now it says add in the grated cheddar, chives, and garlic. Let me go get some chives.
Oh yeah, we need garlic. So here's the jalapeno we're working with, fresh, pickled, and then also from Kev's Kitchen, 830. This is fresh. We got some dried jalapeno. It's gonna be really interesting to see all these different textures and flavors working together. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in a little extra of these dried ones. These are some dried jalapenos.
Hey,
You
I
took
wanted
them.
to make sure they lasted
You took them there.
my trip on the Oregon Trail, you know? Okay, so I've got a jalapeno here. Sorry, I've got a garlic here. let's go ahead and.
Oh yeah, do you want me to grab some chives?
So
or
we don't.
something?
I actually don't have any, so I grabbed a white onion, and I figured let's just add
Easy.
that.
So then are we adding all of this in now?
Everything else goes in now.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So how big do we want them to be?
Probably not this big.
Definitely not that big. Grated cheddar, knead it gently, sprinkle your surface with a little flour, press the dough on this until it's about 1 inch thick.
1 inch thick?
They're saying roll it out in a sheet and then stamp it, but we don't need to do that. We just need to
okay.
do like little patties, I think.
Slick.
Something a little.
Maybe I'll do a triangle. I always like those.
Oh yeah,
those fancy
yeah.
triangles.
I'm doing a triangle actually.
But how big do you make them? Do they expand?
I'm thinking like an onigiri size,
Okay.
like this, you know?
I'm gonna do an elongated triangle here.
So I'm gonna do
Mine's a little bigger.
little set dressing. By the way, that we're not being vulgar. This is a Solanum pimpinellifolium. This is a currant tomato, one of the original tomato varieties to ever exist, and actually one of the tomato varieties that modern geneticists and breeders
I'm gonna make this smaller, sorry.
use to breed in new traits into the Solanum lycopersum species, which is the tomato that we know and love. So this is actually quite a storied tomato, but it's called the pimp because it's Solanum pimpinellifolium. So even botanically, some folks will call them pimps. And so we're doing a little pimp topping. I have to say, I have lost sense of what we're making.
I think that one's way too big.
I think it is too,
I
actually.
don't know if it's gonna bake.
Yeah, it's,
Wait, we're making scones, right?
yeah, it's,
These are it's gonna look like some kindergarten class made some scones and brought them to the bake sale. Look at this before picture.
I'll tell you this.
Here's the before.
Let me
Here's the
tell you,
before.
Jock, let me tell you this right now. If my future kid brought this to me,
Fair.
if my future kid brought this to me and said, "Daddy, look what I made," I would have to choke back a laugh and say I was proud of him, but I wouldn't mean it.
Tell us you're proud of us in the comments.
Tell us you're proud of your 2 little boys. All right, let's go put these in the oven. We put our little creations in the freezer. And
About
now-
5 minutes.
About 5 minutes or so. Now it's what, 15:20 at 425?
Yep.
Okay.
Should be good.
Let's see how these guys go. Hey. It's been about 15-20 minutes or so.
Smells good.
Smells really good. I have to say.
I like what I see.
I like what I see. I don't know that the shape is what we thought it would be. I can see the ancient grains in there though.
It looks ancient. It looks
Some of
ancient.
these, look
for
at
sure.
this, like right here.
Yeah. There's a little texture, a little
Yeah,
flurry
yeah.
in there.
Some of these, I don't know who shaped what, but like this just became a cookie.
That was yours,
It just
for
sort of
sure.
became sort of a cookie or something like that. So what do you do with scones? You let them chill for a little bit?
I think you have to let them kind of like
Get snatched up? Okay.
All right.
All right, we'll be back in a second.
It's here.
It's here. Give it the poke test.
It's got some spring in there.
It honestly does. And
That
then it's
hard
got
bottom?
that sort of
Almost.
crispy bottom. What do you think?
I
Flavor
think
prediction. Pre-taste rating out of 10.
7 out of 10.
I'm gonna go a surprise 8.5.
I'm gonna do a little pop.
A cheesy pop?
Yeah.
Okay,
a
I'm gonna
little
cheesy,
pull.
yeah.
Look at that pull.
Did you get one? No. The cheese, where did the cheese go?
It's in there.
Okay, hold on.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well,
Yep. How is there not corn in this? Oh, that's hot.
I just got pretty hot jalapeno.
Oh, that's hot, actually.
That triple peña.
That's
So,
pretty hot.
It's almost like
How is there not
a
corn in this?
cookie. Oh, like you feel like it's corn?
It feels like this is corn.
I think it's the amaranth.
This
So
is
I
a
think-
hot cake.
Yeah,
This tastes like a hot
It's
cake.
what was the other thing?
Flapjack?
It's a
Griddle cake.
flapjack. So it doesn't have that like flake of a scone, and I think that's the amaranth, or maybe our technique, a little bit of both. But it tastes good.
Here's what I'll say. It's not a scone. It's not a scone. This is some sort of like minor town 1849 thing you like slap on a griddle when you have nothing left.
You're like, what do you serve? This.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm not mad at it though.
I
I think it's good.
no, I do think
I
it's
don't
good.
think it's a scone, like it doesn't have the flake.
Yeah.
But it tastes great. And obviously, you know we're getting that nutrition in there. The whole grain, that germ.
that crisp.
There is actually a crisp in there.
NutriMill sponsored this video. I love this thing. I'm actually going to be making a lot more homegrown stuff. Just because it's fresher, it's better, it's tastier, and I can mix in some of these grains. What do you think the guys are gonna think?
I think they'll like it.
Yeah.
That's real spicy, dude. Expectations were super low. Payout was super high.
Hey, don't troll us. You're not mic'd up anyways. It doesn't matter.
No, it's fine. It's just a deep cut anyways.
Let's see Ian. He's pretty snobby.
Yeah. Let's see what this snob thinks.
It's got good texture. I like this.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like this. It is more of a cornbread.
Yeah, isn't it?
I guess they're like little corn cakes.
It's a corn cake.
Without
Yeah,
the corn.
With no corn.
Corn-free.
You know what this goes with?
Huh.
Some southern food.
Oh, yeah.
Bit of that vibe,
Oh, yeah.
some comfort.
Some cold buttermilk.
Honestly, like,
Kind of reminds me of like a Red Lobster.
Oh,
cheddar biscuits.
That's it.
But like the highest praise possible. It's really good.
You want to try it, Mom?
that's not bad.
Like a corn cake.
Yeah.
All right, now that the paid actors have finished their reviews.
Dang. So the verdict is that we recreated a homegrown ancient Cheddar Bay biscuit from Red Lobster. And hey,
Hey, I mean,
bon appetit. Thank you to
double.
NutriMill for sponsoring the video. Check out them in the description. Good luck in the garden and keep on growing.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well,
Yep.